All right, here we go. But yeah, like I was like, hey, you about to go to a freaking salsa dance or something.
Oh no, I wouldn't salsa in this.
I mean, look at the hair. The hair all silky pressed with the curls. Like you look like you about to go have some red salsa right now and some nachos. That's what you look like.
I can't. I would
And
spill on this. I would spill on this if I.
really?
No, yeah. Can't get red.
Look like you about to have a margarita.
Oh, that does sound good.
Come on now.
No, I'm not. I'm not going out.
All right, all right.
I'm going out tomorrow.
Oh man. Am
Oh
I
man.
dang it. No, I'm sorry. You said you're going out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, where you going tomorrow?
Tomorrow I am going to
If you don't mind me
go.
ask. If you don't mind me ask.
Never mind. I'm gonna go for a walk in the morning with my friend from the gym, a couple of
Okay.
friends from the gym, and then we're gonna go
Nice.
shopping at the outlet malls that are close by.
Really? Okay.
Well, because I need a dress for the Sailor Gala that's coming up that I'm going to.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, so that's what I'm getting tomorrow.
Okay. Look
Um,
at you.
and it'll be nice to have like um my girlfriends there to like be like, oh, that looks good. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I get that. So you got
uh,
it's like kind of like a girls' night out type thing.
it'll be. I mean, it's actually not a night. Like we're going in the morning. I'm meeting them at 9 in the morning to go for the walk, and then we'll go. We'll probably like get something to eat and then go shopping.
What's
So
a Sarah Gala? Sarah Gala?
the Sailor Gala. So it is a
I butchered
the
that name, by the way. I'm sorry.
you did, it's okay.
I said, look, Sarah Gala. Who? That sounds
So
like two first names.
the Sailor Gala is like a fundraising and also just an opportunity to like
Mm.
uh talk about the the work that this nonprofit that my sisters are part of does.
Mm. Okay.
It's called Global Renewal.
Nice.
Um, so it's a really great organization. You can check it out.
That's super. Yeah, send me some information.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Um, but that's where I'll be next weekend.
That's fire. You always seem to be helping and things like that. Like, do you ever like do you do all of this out of obligation? Do you do all of this out of like pure love and joy in this? And just helping? Like, what keeps you always so like willing to just help?
Ah.
And
I
like
love
you just be helping.
I love helping people. I really do.
So you love it.
I love it. Yeah.
So it's not like you're doing it to earn some brownie points with the Lord or anything like you just purely love it.
I don't think you can like I don't think you can't earn brownie points with the Lord.
You can't. You can't. You're right. You're right.
Like there's nothing that we can do,
Yeah,
you know, that was already done for us.
absolutely. But
Christ.
you but this is
But
all through love.
yeah, this is I mean it is like it's a part of like our I think like it's something that we're called to as Christians to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. What's going on, Jack?
He he had to
Yo, yeah. That but always seem to somehow make his way.
he's trying.
He's trying. Like it's crazy how he's trying.
He just wants to be a part of everything.
My greatness. Nah, but I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I admire you for the help and things that you do, you know. You're very adamant about that and you seem to help everybody. You help me so freaking much, but you seem to really help everybody else as well. And that I just truly um am just like, I'm truly thankful for, you know. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. Appreciate who you are. I appreciate, how you are as a person. You show your character. excuse me, you show your character in more than just, you know, somebody who's looking for something or wants something from someone. Who just takes.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
very much so somebody that gives.
well, I'm glad that that comes across. I really don't like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that everything isn't unselfish. I mean, sometimes there's definitely selfish motives that happen,
Yeah,
but like, yeah, for the most part, it's like I do these things not to get anything from it. I mean, other than
yeah,
like, like it brings me joy,
yeah.
like personally.
Right. Because to do something that doesn't, you know what I'm saying, just for the
Yeah.
sake of looking the par, is not cool.
No, just
Um,
yeah. Yeah. Just looking the part, it's not gonna like it's not gonna last if you're just doing
it's
it for
not
that.
gonna last. Exactly.
It really
Exactly.
won't. Because eventually you'll get tired of it. Like you can only
Egg.
you can only fake it so long. Like you can only
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, no, say that again, please.
you can only fake it so long. Jack, you can't. Jack, you can.
Jack's like, I am tired of this.
No, he's trying to what he like when my hair's wet, he likes to like groom it and like I think he thinks that he needs to help me dry it.
What the?
No, because cats don't like to be wet. Oh.
Mm.
He's like that can't be comfortable for you. Let me help you.
Yo, that's crazy.
I think that's what he thinks anyways. I don't know.
No, it
Um,
makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
but I'm like that my hair doesn't need that.
Yeah. Hey, Jack be, excuse me, Jack be looking out. I love it. I love how he looks out for you.
He
You
does.
know,
He's a good cat.
I love that. But
Yeah.
you said that if you don't love it, eventually you get tired.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can only make it for so long is what,
You
yeah,
only
he
fake it for so
only
long. Oh,
make it for so long. Um, is eventually like
mm,
your true self will come out. Like
mm,
the true like like your like either your true character or
come
just
on.
really don't like it. Like you'll get tired like the fatigue will show.
Yeah,
Like regardless of like if you are a good have a good character or don't have a good character, like whatever you're doing, if you really don't like it, you can
yeah,
only take it for so long.
yeah,
And if
yeah.
you're
No, I
trying to
agree.
get something out of it, like once you get it, I mean sometimes once you get something, then like that's when people change too. Like once they get what they want,
Yeah,
turn on a dime as well. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and you're like, whoa, who is that person?
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, you're right. You're exactly right. Like it's really a level of just, understanding, you know, understand, like you said, understanding that if you don't love something, it's so funny. I wasn't even trying to get into this topic. We talk about motivation and things of this nature, but this ties into it, you
Mhm.
know. If you don't love it, like why do it is my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not fight for something that you love? Like, why not?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? People focus on what they don't want, what they don't love, only to, like you said, sooner or later. So I met a woman online and we were talking and we're kind of like we're kind of pretty cool. Like I wouldn't say friends, but we're cordial. And
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be picking her brain on the podcast, but essentially, she recently had a divorce, and her husband just like up and left one day, and well, I think he was like cheating and all this other stuff, and cheating with his like coworker or something like that, and all this type of stuff, and he ended up leaving her for with that woman. And she was just like, man, I can't believe he did that. Like, and I know you personally, could know the feeling. And like, she was just like, I can't believe that he would just do this. Like, he would just leave me like this. And come to find out, like, like she said he's like happy. He's like, man, cheating on you and having this adultery was like the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And like, he was just like, and she was kind of, I could tell in the beginning she was kind of flabbergasted. Like she was just kind of like, man, like I thought we were happy. I thought he loved me. I thought this
Yeah.
was genuine. I thought we were on the same page. Um, and things of that nature. But essentially, it ended up turning out to be a level in which he was he never felt probably those things. It's essentially what I told her. I was like, if he's telling you all this, he's telling you he's happy, like he doesn't want any part of with you. Like he's a completely different person, is what she kind of was saying. But I was like, he's actually probably not. He probably was trying to fake it for so
Yeah.
long, like you said, right?
Yeah.
So many people trying to play the part, a man or woman, wife or husband.
Yeah, it's true. You try to be what somebody else wants, or
Exactly.
and you can't.
Exactly. Until you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
No.
think so many people know that. I think a lot of people know that
Yeah.
they shouldn't get married. I think a lot of people know that they shouldn't be in a relationship. They shouldn't do this and that. They shouldn't like a lot of people know that. I think it's just a level in which um, like you said, it's a matter of fitting the part. It's a matter of playing the role.
Well, I
But deep
think
down,
some.
go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Were you?
Mm-mm. No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, no, I was just gonna say, I think like some of it though too is just like some people are afraid of being alone. Some people
Yeah.
are like, some people think that this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's an order of things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. 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 Married by 30, this and that. Yeah.
so it's like this is just what we're supposed to do, and this is the person I'm with. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Yep. Want to
Yeah,
look.
and
Yeah.
I do like them, or like, like I think I'm in love with them.
Yeah.
It's not even to say that, like, I wouldn't even necessarily say that the person didn't love them or didn't love them, you know,
Yeah.
necessarily. But um, because even with like my situation, it's like uh I did love my
Yeah.
ex-husband. I was
Hmm.
was in love with him. I was. There were like moments, not anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's changed a lot. And I mean, I can't speak for him, obviously, but I believe that there was love there when we were first together,
Yeah.
um, his side, regardless of the things that happened, you
Yeah.
know?
Hmm.
But we definitely weren't good for each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm much happier now.
Yeah.
So,
And there was a point in time where you were perhaps even faking it, right? Like you
oh,
knew,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
you knew that this was over. You knew that you should be out of this.
Yeah. And I was definitely faking. Yeah. Definitely faking, like,
Yeah.
faking this, faking trying to be like, I mean, definitely trying to make things work, but just kind of like not being true to myself, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to be true to myself, but also trying to be, see, the problem with me was
Hmm.
that I was very much codependent and a people pleaser, not
Yeah.
even with him, but like with others too.
Yeah. Hmm.
So like that combination is dangerous
Yeah.
because you're not really like, it feels almost selfish and wrong to
Yeah.
do things that you like, um because you want to make
These
sure
others.
the other person is, like,
Hmm.
don't want to be seen as selfish. You want to, like, be selfless, and you want to like give them what they need.
Yeah.
But in life, you really need balance of, like, taking care of your needs yourself,
Yeah.
and also others. Like, you
Hmm.
can't just, it can't all, the focus can't all just be on yourself, but it
Yeah.
also can't all be on other people either.
Yeah.
So there has to be that balance of like recognizing those things. And it's not selfish to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Actually, it's really important to do
Yep.
that. Like take
Hmm.
care of yourself and to like have like even have boundaries and to have like things that, you're like, this is what I'm not going to change about myself because I love it. I love this
Yeah.
and you're not going to take that away. Like I won't let
Hmm.
you take that away.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know in my marriage, um, there was a level of me feeling like I was walking on eggshells a lot of times because I just couldn't be myself, or I could never be like what he wanted,
Yeah.
or like I would give him what he asked for, but then it wasn't good enough.
Hmm.
It was because he asked for it that I was giving it to him, so it wasn't genuine. Um,
Yeah.
there's just a lot of that. And um, so I think that understanding, I think that you have to understand the core of who you are, not that your personality, not that things don't change, but I guess like I don't think your core really changes like that much. Like I'm somebody who I I'm really silly. I can be
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
like to have fun. I like, like those types of things. I'm not always
Hmm.
like I do have like I can be serious, but like I kind of have this like childlike attitude at sometimes. And I think like to me that's kept me and like it keeps my like it's like my faith and like my hope and my joy comes from that.
Yeah.
And so it's something that I'm not willing to let go of.
Compromise. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So I think you have to be able to, you need to know
Yourself.
yourself and what you are not willing to compromise.
Compromise. Wow. That's
That,
good.
that that goes with like that can go with relationships, that goes with jobs,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
goes with friendships, any kind of relationship, any kind of anything. You just have to know like what is your like I can't think of like the right word to say, but like what
Where you draw the line, or like,
you draw the line, or like
yeah.
that you won't budge on, like something that
Yeah.
you move on. Like
Hmm.
this is my sticking point.
Yeah. Good. This is good. This is really good. Yeah. Because like you said, you can only fake it for so long. I think that's the biggest part. Like
Mhm.
I do think that he divorced her. He's saying all those things because he's been faking it. He's been miserable.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's because something she did. I only got her side. I don't know if it's something that she did that she didn't necessarily share with me, which is fine or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, there's always like different perspectives on different
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And so it's just like, yeah, like perhaps it's just something he couldn't tolerate anymore. Perhaps it's something he couldn't do anymore. And or but what we do know is he couldn't fake it anymore. He
Yeah.
couldn't fake it. He perhaps in the love there was a love in which he wanted to be caught. Like sometimes I think it even gets to that point. It's like, man, I want to get in trouble. I want to get caught. I want to get this because it's not who I am. I want this to be over. But for whatever reason, we're afraid to be candid, or we're afraid to, and I can say that for myself. Like, a lot of times we run from our true selves. We run from what we truly want,
Mhm.
you know? And so it's interesting. It's a very interesting take to this. How did I get in there? Sorry. I'm like trying to get into this place. But yeah, it's a very interesting perspective, you know. Um and I think it's like you said, it's one of which you should know, you need to know yourself.
Yeah. I think
How
taking
Mhm.
sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're fine. We're talking. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Go ahead.
No, I just think that taking that time to really figure out who you
Yeah.
are is very important.
That's good. You said that on like one of our first podcasts. You said something like that about it. You and there was like a book you were reading, and you said that like the
Mhm.
book was about how to be alone or something, like how to love yourself. What did you say? How to love yourself, how to be in love with yourself.
It's called Single on Purpose is what it's called.
Sing on prayer. I was so far wrong. But yeah,
It's,
it
that
was close. It was
it was
close.
along those lines,
It
like
was
that.
close.
It was
No,
along
I'm
those
okay.
lines. No, definitely. I mean, like it was definitely a pivotal book. Like for me, there was a lot of things there were a
Yeah,
lot of things that like I've shared with you before, and I think I may have they it might be recorded, they might not be, I don't know. But
yeah,
like I've shared before, it's this when I originally got married,
yeah,
I I don't think I really like I thought I knew myself, but I didn't like
yeah,
fully because I never really allowed myself to be myself
yeah,
truly
exactly.
because like I said, I was, trying to do what I thought other people wanted me to. Like
Yeah,
I was trying to
so-
be what others wanted me to be, whether it was my parents, and not that whether it was my parents, my friends, my ex,
yeah,
like different people. And it's not even that those people were necessarily asking me to do that. It was
mhm,
that I was doing myself. And so like I don't think I really knew who I was.
yeah,
I knew what I want. Like I kind of knew what I wanted. Like
yeah,
even like, you know, with my ex, like he had a list of qualities that he wanted for his wife, and he was determined in college to find her. And
yeah,
I apparently met the list. I never saw the list, but he told me I met every single criteria on his list. So I
yeah,
met it. Um, I didn't really have a list. I kind
mhm,
of had a list, like
yeah, yeah.
it wasn't a real list. Like it wasn't like,
Mhm,
it was just kind of like,
yeah.
silly,
Hey, how you
silly
doing?
superficial things.
Actually, DoorDash. Right?
And even on that, I compromised with him.
Exactly.
Um, and so
All right, thank
now
you so much. Have a good one. Thank you.
now I have a real list.
Yeah. Mhm. Now you have a real list. Oh,
I have
you
a
actually
real-
have a list.
I have a list. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yes, I do. So I'll know.
Yeah. That's dope. That's super dope. Like I said, we live and we learn. Like that's a real saying. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And sometimes and most times we should learn and live. As in like, we shouldn't try to test the waters and learn from other people's mistakes. But, we also
Yeah.
live and learn.
I mean, there's sometimes like where it's like you can try to be that person that you know, I mean, I guess like that's what these podcasts are for too, is like
Yeah.
I'm sharing my experiences and maybe somebody will watch it and be like, okay,
Exactly.
I won't do this. Like,
Exactly.
she's been telling me how horrible it was or whatever. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
and so now I won't do it. Or
Yep.
there could be somebody that watches this and is like, I know what I'm doing and
Yeah.
I'll be fine. And then they might learn the lesson, or they might not. Like maybe they really do. Like, and that's good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
but you just never know.
You never know. You never know. And that's I'm so glad you even like pushed us in here. You kind of guided us here, and I love it. Like this podcast, this motivational podcast, it's kind of for that. It's like, we may have something set, may have a topic set or something like that, but at the same time, you know, motivation is, I think, a push. Like I said, like I said this before, it's to me, it's like a push. It's like someone pushing you in the direction that you need to go, or giving you that umph that you needed,
Mhm.
to go a bit further than where you are now, you know? And I think I get that truly when I talk to you and when I talk to other people around me. Um, because you need that. We can't do this alone, you know?
Yeah. We're
You
not meant to.
need,
We're not
we're
meant
not
to be
meant to.
alone.
How big is that, by the way? Like, and I know we've talked about this recently. I think I asked you recently, like, do you feel happy where you are now compared to the people that were probably in your life a few months or years ago? And I think you
Mhm.
were telling me how you were just like you didn't
Yeah.
realize when you're in it, you don't realize how happy you're gonna be when you're out of it. I think you said
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. You honestly, there's sometimes where, yeah, I think what I said was you don't always recognize, sometimes you do recognize that you're in like the people around you are maybe pulling you down or are a little bit toxic. But sometimes you think that you can be that person that will pull them up, that'll bring them up.
Yeah,
But um, but there has to be a part of like they have to want to be pulled up as
yeah,
well. That
yeah.
has to be a part of it too. And so
Hmm.
sometimes if you're there, they can actually drag you down
Yeah,
more and you don't necessarily notice that you're being dragged down until you
yeah,
actually leave the situation that you
yeah,
were in. Like, I mean, I completely moved away from a particular situation and
yeah.
I'm in a much better place. Like, I am so,
Hmm.
like, people can tell. Like,
Yeah,
actually, even today, I posted, like, I saw, I had, it was a memory that came up on Snapchat of
yeah.
like, where I had done like, I called it a progress pic, even though,
Mm.
like, even though it was like, so the original like post was a progress pic of me of last year compared to 2015. And in
Yeah.
2015, I was really like, I was actually like pretty skinny. I looked amazing. I didn't think I did at the time because of
Mm.
because again of the like the people around you
Yeah.
who are speaking into you and saying things and telling you things and
Yep.
like so like I looked at that like remembering that in 2015 I looked at that picture and I was like, oh man, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm all this
Mm.
and I need to like work to get rid of this stomach. I have to work to get rid of this, blah 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 because I need to look like this person
Yeah.
so that I'm attractive or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like,
Wow.
last year I posted like, I posted a picture and I'm like very much bigger than
Yeah.
then, and even like and then today I posted another picture like underneath it of like where
Where'd you
I'm
post this?
it's on Snapchat.
I said, okay.
um but one of my friends, she actually commented like I was looking at the pictures as of now and I'm like, did I
Yeah.
really change in a year? Did I change? Like, can I tell
Mm.
the difference? Like, do I see the difference? Like, does it show? I don't,
Mm.
you know. I mean, I
Yeah.
know like mentally I'm like in a way better place and I'm super happy and stuff. But
Yeah, but
like
you want to know physically. Yeah.
yeah, but you want to know, but
Mhm.
but one of my one of my friends, she like right after I posted it, she like commented, she's like, "Girl, you look so good. Like I can
Mm.
see the progress. You look amazing. Keep going." And I was like, "You can tell?"
Mm. Come
Like
on. Yeah.
you can see the difference. She's like, "Yeah." Like she's like, "You can see it in your face. You can like
Wow.
and you look so much happier."
Wow.
Even like so like last year, it's not that I thought I wasn't happy. Like last year I thought I was happy
Yeah.
too, but I was in that situation
Yeah.
still. And so like it was better than the situation I was in before, for
Yeah.
sure, but it was still not the best situation.
Yeah.
So um so then like a year later, just to see even like my face or to see like she's like you look so much happier too
Mm.
to see that it's like I am
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so it was I mean that was nice to hear too like it's nice
Absolutely.
to hear from somebody because like a lot of times like we also like this is something too it's like you get in your own head
Yeah.
as well and like you see yourself so much that
Mhm.
you're like, I don't know. I don't know
I
if
don't
I'm
know if I'm changing. Yeah.
if I'm changing or if I'm actually making
Hmm.
progress, or is it like I think I am, but maybe I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't know, like you can get in your own head. But so
Yeah.
it's really nice to have people that have seen you in other places, like have seen you in different situations, like to have those
Yeah.
people that have seen
Hmm.
that and be like, no, you're like different.
Yeah.
So it's good to have
That's
those
good.
people. And that's why we need people.
That's why
That's
we need people. Yeah.
why we
No.
need people too, because you
No.
can't living your life
Hmm.
alone, like, you know, you get in your head, you get in your own
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's why you need, like you need people to put that, and that's why it's important to take heed to the type of people that are around you. The type of,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you need to spend, if you can't cut them off, and then that actually brings me to what we were talking about the other day about our parents, right? Parents and like family members and things of that nature. Like if you can't cut them off, then you got to spend less time.
Mhm.
You got to. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna choke the living life out of you. Like
Yeah.
if you and then there's voices and things in your head that you're dealing with that were not those are not your voices. You know what I'm saying? Like typically babies and stuff come into this world very fearless. They come into this world like, you come into this world ready to try just about anything, imaginations and everything. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I was listening to a podcast um with Gary V podcast, and he said that, you know, your parents, most of us, our parents raised us off of fear. Like they taught us and they raised us off of fear. And he always says that, when you try to teach someone to operate, or when you try to make someone obey you out of fear, that's the worst thing you can do. Because he said, like,
Mhm.
especially as a boss, because he's like, or as a CEO or as someone who owns a company or who has employees, because, all they're going to do is just talk ish behind your back when you're not, they're gonna talk how horrible you are. Like, this is
Right.
full of crap. He's, like that sucks. That doesn't feel good. Like, who wants that?
Yeah.
You got your crew, you're a captain, you got your crew talking mess behind your back. Like, you should be afraid. You're probably gonna be afraid to sleep. You ain't gonna be able to trust nobody. Because everybody's
Yeah.
gonna be out to kill you. So it's like, so he
Yeah.
he was just talking about that, and like how parents, they've raised us oftentimes out of just fear, and fear off the fact, or fear because of the fact that, whether it's like, hey, don't touch the stove or you're gonna burn your hand. Don't do this or you're gonna do this, or don't do that. Because just think about it. It's all like related to fear. It's like, man, ooh, I don't want to do that. They may have good intentions. I'm not to say that those are bad intentions, but it's still fear.
Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like, I mean, I guess
Hmm.
if I think about it, like I did work in childcare as well for a
Hmm.
while. Like, there were things that we were taught,
Uh,
you want to use like to not say no to them. Um,
mm,
I mean, but giving them like basically giving them choices. Sometimes it was like giving them choices, like you can do this or you can do that.
mm,
Instead of you can't do this. Like
yeah,
it was, you have these two choices. Now it might not neither of those choices might be something they don't want to do, but those are the choices.
yeah,
Like you can either read a book
yeah,
or take a nap,
yeah,
but it's quiet time. So you choose. But it's giving them, I guess, the power of choice
yeah.
in that case. And then also, like, instead of no running or don't run, we would say walking feet, please. Like just
Mm,
using very specific words,
yeah,
but not to be negative, but also to get them like, and it's not really out of fear. And some of it is also like you explain to them like what will happen, like
yeah,
it's explaining what will happen, like, because there is like a time to be like, that stove is hot and it will hurt you.
yeah,
Like if you can't, it
absolutely.
will hurt. Um, and so like there is a necessity, like fear is there for a reason. Like there
Yeah,
is like, that emotion is something that is important. Like there's a reason for
absolutely. Yeah,
and you need to learn how to you need to learn how to handle it and how to control it though. And
yeah,
that's the thing that like a lot of times we don't always recognize
yeah,
how our like just how our actions or how our words
yeah.
really do impact like children
Hmm.
because they do like take things like a lot
Yeah,
like like I was in the baby room like the 6-week-olds to the 18-month-olds and I learned
yeah,
how like just how smart babies are like
yeah,
they take in so much in a year like they learn how to talk in a year they learn how to walk in a year they learn all of this stuff and
yeah,
it's observation and stuff. And so and babies have lots of different personalities. You got the shy ones and the really adventurous ones and everything
yeah,
like that. And you don't want to like stifle that,
yeah.
like you don't
Exactly.
want to stifle it, but you
Yeah,
also like there is still like there's still times to be cautious. There's times for that. Like it's again, you still have to like instill in them just as you have to instill in yourself. Like I think to me it's balance again. It all comes back
yep,
to balance, knowing
yep,
when you need to be cautious and when you need to be bold. When you
yeah.
like can do the different things because there's a time for both.
Yeah, and I think the podcaster was also like mentioning that too, in the
Mhm.
perspective too that a lot of our parents they weaponize fear. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like they use it as a weapon. It's like you better not do this. Or
right.
oh, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, oh, just what it's like that's kind of especially like, you know, the black community, like like black parents, they're very big with like, whooping. At least my mom was. Like it's
I
like
I
you
got I
know,
got I got spankings.
hey, there you go. Hey, white mamas too. I know that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, Caucasian and that. Like, no, I, I completely understand. And it's like, and we know, like when you've been raised that way, and
Mhm.
so it's like, and then that becomes a weapon, or it's like it's something that's been weaponized,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, like, there's never any communication, any talking, or can we talk this out?
Yeah.
Is there
Not
something that,
it's not always like a talking out. I
yeah.
think yeah. I mean there is I I can say
Mm,
you can get very frustrated with children sometimes.
absolutely.
You can like it's
Absolutely.
and so I guess recognizing that, but I think one of the things that I
Yeah.
think is important or could
Yeah.
be important is even if you do, like, say you act out and you weaponize fear or you do, you know, like punish your child with a spanking or something,
Yeah.
what like do take the time to talk to them as well. Like let them know
Yeah.
what it is. And if you did it out of anger, um I think that you have to be mature enough to apologize to them and let them know that, hey, what you did was like, you can still say, hey, what you did was wrong. Like, and the reason you got a spanking was that, but what I did was wrong too, because I did it out of anger. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't talk, I didn't let you know. Like, I just, you know, and I might have caused you some fear. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like just like talking to them. It's important to have communication. Communication is important in all relationships.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And respect definitely needs to be given. I think everybody
Yeah.
deserves respect. Like off the top, like, just everybody off the top deserves respect.
Mm.
But but there is still an aspect of respect
Yeah.
as well. Like everybody deserves a base level of respect. Like
Yeah.
everybody deserves it. But there is going to be like sometimes where like you can have like it will be broken or like you
How you
know,
doing?
you can't
Doing pretty
just
good. Are you a killer? Okay, all right. I'm sorry. All right.
you can't just demand it.
A killer. Okay, that's you. So you
Like, yeah, you can't just
killer B?
demand
Really? This it says 1404. This is good. Okay, so it's in the same area. Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, Karen, I'm sorry.
okay, you gotta find the right people.
Yeah, it's actually really weird. Something just it's so weird. Like this complex is so big that it seems to have had. It seems like it has multiple. So there's like a 1400 building, right? But
Mhm.
there's two 1400 buildings. I'm looking at one of them. How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
I was like, what the
That
heck?
was really confusing.
Like, what the heck? She said, and I was at 1404 too. And I was like, are you a kid? She's like, no, I'm not. I was like, I'm a building 1404.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Right.
confusing.
Yeah, that's really confusing. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, I guess I was just saying you can't demand respect. Like you were talking about before, like when you like I had some sergeants in the army
Hmm.
that were like just because of their position, their rank, they're like you have to respect me. Like is like basically like just a demand. And it and I would give them the respect that their position deserved because that is, what was due them. But as a
Yeah.
person, because I saw their character in certain areas, is like I lost respect for them in certain
Yeah.
areas. So I'm like, I'm not gonna respect you like here. I'll give you respect because I believe everybody deserves respect. And also there's that level of respect in the army for your rank. And I'll respect your rank, but you are not you are not showing me
Yeah.
you're not showing me respect, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a certain like everybody like that's why like I just think everybody deserves respect. And
Yeah.
if you're not showing me respect, it's hard for me to show you respect in
Oh, you
return.
respect. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean I will like to a certain degree. Like there will
Yeah.
be like like with that, it was like I respect your position, I respect your job, but outside of this, like you've lost my respect in these areas.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
But it is 7:55, so
Yeah. Yep. The next call is what? I'm trying to learn the schedule again.
poetry.
Really?
Yeah, so you can do
Oh my
poems
goodness.
if you want.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And this is the like your first one. So all right, let's
My
prepare. Let's
first
do it.
poetry one, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go. This is so dope. This was a very abstract in terms of topic, but hey,
It was abstract. So hopefully it was motivational to
hey,
some.
this is very motivating. And nobody ain't get no motivation from this. And y'all, what y'all doing? Yeah, this is very motivational. Seriously, it really was.
Well, I think, honestly, like motivation can be found in lots of different ways.
Absolutely.
Um, it's one of those broad topics. So
Exactly.
hopefully somebody found some motivation from this.
Exactly. It better, because that's all they gonna get.
All right, I'll see you in the next call.
All right, see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.